let's meet 12-time world record holder Brian Jackson. It's been said he has the strongest lungs in the world, and he invited us to come along as he makes his 13th and final world record attempt.
Being able to say that you've achieved something that nobody else in the world has ever done is something that I never thought I'd be able to do. And it's an amazing feeling to be able to say, I hold that world record. My name is Brian Jackson. I'm known as the I Believe guy, and I'm a 12-time Guinness World Record holder. I was actually born in California and moved to Oklahoma when I was 9. I always kind of looked for a way to fit in, and so I thought maybe I could try out for the track team. And then I went to the state track meet my junior year in high school, and I was in the top 12 fastest 2-mile runners in the state of Oklahoma. Then it all changed because between the junior year and senior year, I was introduced to drugs. I became one of the largest drug dealers in Seminole, Oklahoma. I watched my friends go to college. Some of them got jobs, and I was dealing drugs. 18 months after high school, I was in the largest drug bust in Seminole County at the time. I was arrested with 25 pounds of marijuana, 8 illegal firearms, several $1,000s in cash, and I was actually looking at 10 years in prison. And after that, the district attorney called me up to his office and scared me for about an hour, telling me what they were going to do to me in prison, how they were going to treat me. But then he just stopped and he said, Brian, this is not really who you are. He said, if you'll quit doing all this stupid stuff, I'll get you off. So he said, you have gifts and talents that you could use. So I took advantage of my second chance and I took it serious. After I got my second chance, we started going to a church and we wanted to do some stuff for our kids. I bought a book on how to make balloon animals, and we went to an event and we left our pumps at home. And so at this event, it was either blow the balloons up and make balloon animals or not make balloon animals. So I started blowing them up, and I told myself I'm not ever going to use a pump again. And it was when I got to where I could blow up 9 of those at the same time that I saw the guy from Luxembourg, Germany that held the world record for blowing up a hot water bottle, and I thought to myself, I'm going to break that world record. In 2006, I broke the world record for the fastest time to blow up a hot water bottle. It knocked me out, it dislocated my jaw, it separated my ribs. I don't remember breaking that record. I have to watch the video. It's dangerous because if you think about how thin the lung tissue is. So you can imagine if one of those little bags that you squeeze air into somebody's lungs to help them breathe can rupture a lung, how much pressure could 2,500 pounds do? In Italy, I blew up 3 hot water bottles in 1 minute and 8 seconds, and that was my second world record. And that got the attention of Stan Lee, the creator of Spider-Man, X-Men, and Marvel Comics. I get a phone call one day, and it's from the producers of Stan Lee Superhumans, and they said, we do this show called Stan Lee Superhumans. I'm like, I know, I've seen that show. And they said, would you like to be on the show? Now on the phone, I was like, yeah, that's cool. But inside, I was going nuts. Now I'm sitting there thinking, this is Stan Lee, you got to step it up. So I told him, I said, I'd like to see if I could lift a car. In Las Vegas, we're filming the show. We'd blown up several hot water bottles, a bunch of balloons, and the scientists and the medical experts said, don't let him lift the car, it will kill him. Stan Lee said, we got a good show, we got enough footage, you don't have to lift the car. And I said, I'm lifting the car. They put the bag underneath the side of the car, and I just prayed really hard. Give me the ability to do this, let me go home safe to my family. And I start blowing into this thing with more pressure than I'd ever blown into. And when that car came off the ground and Daniel slid that paper underneath that tire, it was exciting. And after that, we're all celebrating, and Daniel Browning Smith comes up and he says, I just got off the phone with Stan. He's got your nickname. And so he said, they're gonna call you the Hurricane. And I thought, how cool is that? A cool name from Stan Lee. And there's only a handful of us, and I'm the only Native American. So that's a memory that I will never forget. If you go out to attempt something and you think you're going to be successful every time, you're up for a big disappointment. I haven't broken every record attempt. I was on America's Got Talent and couldn't blow up 1 hot water bottle. Bottom line is, that's just the way life is. And I was really mad for a long time. And after that, I did 5 hot water bottles in under a minute on another TV show. I look at it like this. I'm not just representing myself, but Native Americans. And now I hold more world records than any Native American in the world. And I can look back and smile and think, you know, I did change my legacy. I did change what people hopefully remember me by. But at the same time, I also get the opportunity to share with a lot of youth, if you've made a mistake, that doesn't mean it's the end of your life. It doesn't mean it's the end of your career.
Yes! Whew.
I've been wanting to retire for quite a while, and there's still something missing. I'm going to attempt to lift another car, the final car, in the same place, same town that I broke my first world record, Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And my family has all said, is this it? This is it. You know, if I don't quit, something permanently is going to happen.
I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe.
I'm 51 years old. I have achieved more than I ever thought I would. I've been blessed beyond what I can ever imagine, and it's time to let it go. And you got to get to a point where you're just happy with who you are and what you have.